side. Now my heart feel like an ember, and it's lighting up the dark. I can read these torches for you, that you know I'll never try. Yeah, everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Hey, hey, but everything gon' be alright. Go and raise a glass and say, hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back you. Do 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 do. Memories bring back you.
Yeah, good morning. Happy Monday.
I was cool. When I finally got sober after 10 years old, motherfucker, there was something to do. I'm living out in LA. I drive a sports car just to prove that I'm a real big baller, 'cause I made $1 million and I spent it on girls and shoes. But you don't wanna be high like me, never really know why like me. You don't ever wanna step off their roller coaster all alone. And you don't wanna ride the bus like this, never knowing who to trust like this. You don't wanna be stuck up on that stage singing, stuck up on that stage singing. Oh, I know I sad songs, sad songs. Oh, I know I sad songs, sad songs. Shot. I get along with old timers 'cause my name's a reminder of a pop song people forgot. And I can't keep a girl, no, 'cause as soon as the sun comes up, I cut them all loose and words my excuse. But the truth is I can't open up. You don't wanna be high like me, never really know why like me. Oh, stepping off that roller coaster all alone.
Hey, Mom, are we there yet?
Oh, I know.
Man.
I said songs. Sad songs. Oh, I know.
We are entering in to the hardest part of the off season, the summer. Yes, it does, John. I actually need to catch up on the college football free agency. Anything crazy to happen over the weekend? Because I didn't pay any attention to football over the weekend at all. And that was on purpose. I stayed completely off the Twitter machine.
Just let it be. Why don't you be you and I'll be me?
What's up, dog behind enemy lines? Yeah, it was good talking to you too. Good morning, Vic. Colby. Alakazam. Yo. Matthew's here. I'm almost ready, guys. I promise.
I guess you're back. Are you gonna tell me where you went? All the messages I sent with no reply. It's like that. You're just gonna walk into my room. I hate how you assume there will always be a place for you by my side, day or night. You know that it's killing me. Why do you always leave? It's not right. We don't fight, but I know what you've been through. I'll take the pleasure and the pain, the sorrows in your brain, 'cause I know you're on the run. I'll take the pleasure and the pain, your secrets to my grave, 'cause you are the only one. You're back. Are you gonna tell me where you went? All the messages I sent with no reply.
That's right, Matthew.
Like that.
YouTube really cares.
Just gonna walk into my room. I hate how
even if your boy does not.
There will always be a place for you by my side, day or night.
All right. Let's do this thing, shall we?
It's not right. We don't fight. But I know what you've been through. I'll take the pleasure and the pain, the sorrows in your brain.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome to the Midday Show. Yes, that's right. The Midday Show is a show I do every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we have now entered the hardest part of the offseason, in my opinion. The summer months seem to drag out. I know sometimes we got Baylor Man in here and lets us know exactly how many days we have before college football starts again. But for me, it doesn't even really matter. It's just once the draft ends, we enter that dark period. That's what I call it, a dark period, where almost any news that you get about your favorite team or teams, depending on if you're a multi-teamer, is bad news, right? Somebody gets in trouble. Somebody's going to transfer out. It's always something. Well, not always. Most of the time, it's something bad. So you don't want to see your team in the headlines for the next 4 months, most likely. You want to stay as far away from the front page of Yahoo News or whatever. What some of those college football websites. Or you listen, you definitely want to stay away from the headlines that I'm going to read on the air. Right. I'm just kidding. Anyway, we'll do what we normally do today. I will read the news like I normally do, and then we'll open up the StreamYard. Anybody do anything fun this weekend? Man, this is how you know you're getting old. My idea of a fun weekend was going to Home Depot. And, went to Home Depot on Saturday and got some stuff for the yard and worked in the yard. So that was it. We did go out to eat yesterday, so that was fun. But other than that, I tried to stay as far away from the Twitter machine as I could. I was proud of myself. And was kind of relaxed and did stuff around the house. You know what I mean, bro? Pretty boring. All right, let's see who's in the chat here real quick. Who we got? 122 days to go, you say? Oh, well. Matt Dummett's here. Nate the Great, Brandon Pratt, Ballard Sports Media, Mayhem Matthew, Alakazam, Colby, John Serene, Dog Behind Enemy Lines, VicTube. Oh, I wonder if Vic's okay. Hey, Vic, I like that series that you started on your channel. It's called, what is it called? at something like things I don't care about or something like that, this is a great idea. There's a lot of things that Vic just doesn't care about. You know what? I'll play. I don't know how many of you have seen that. I'll play. Have you done more than one? I'll play the first one. It's only a couple minutes long. What's up, Sea-Dog? Sports Talk 101. Luke is here. Putting final exams the week of the NFL draft is cruel and unusual. Oh, yeah. So I guess if you're doing your exams now, you're about to go on summer break soon, right? Well, it is May now. Oh, yeah. By the way, happy May 1st to everybody. That's right. It's May now. So I guess you're about to have your break. I don't know. Luke, I can't remember if you stay on campus all year or if you go home for the summer. I think you go home for the summer, don't you? What's up, Stingray? Good morning, Battle Angel. Yeah, Vic 2 doesn't care. Yeah, guy. Good for you. Go home. Enjoy your summer. Let's do this before we get to the news. Because it's just going to be too much fun not to. Let's go to YouTube. VicTube Productions. That's right. VicTube Productions. Let's see what we got here. He's got a lot of draft stuff on here. You did a preview video with TriStar? Look at this. It's 45 minutes long. Oh my God. Here we go. Oh, it's longer than I thought. It's 15 minutes long. This is VicTube I Don't Care series, which I think is great. Bud Light, Cleopatra, and Deion Sanders. Now, look, the Bud Light thing is funny for obvious reasons, okay? But I'm more interested in why he doesn't care about Cleopatra. Let's see if I can find that part of the video. Vic, do you know what part of the video that is? I can scroll so I can, cut the BS out of here.
$6 billion in profits.
I think Uncle Lou had the right idea last week. When he played one of Vic's videos, he put it on 2x speed. Which anytime you put any video on 2x speed is amazing and fantastic, okay? You guys remember, rest in peace to our buddy Chris, Golden Blue Dude. You guys remember, I think it was either last summer. I think it was last summer. I can't remember. My long-term memory is terrible. My short-term memory is all right. But do you remember we played the Golden Blue Dude video in 2x speed where he kept saying, it doesn't make any sense? He said it doesn't make any sense like 400 times in a 10-minute video. And we played it on 2x speed. And that might be one of the hardest I've ever laughed at a YouTube video before. I almost damn fell out of my chair. But do you think I should try this on 2x speed here? What's in your recommended? That's those, look, right here. It's those playlists that I play before the show. See though? That's all it is. It's whatever that crappy dance music is. And then it's just women in bikinis on like walking around the beach and shit. That's every single one of them. There's about 400 of those channels too. Anyway, where's I at here? You got me distracted.
So, really, this was a bad business decision. So.
Oh, he's talking about Bud Light here.
Let's talk about Cleopatra.
Oh, here we go. Perfect. Cleopatra.
Some people are mad because on the upcoming Netflix documentary about Cleopatra, some people are mad that she's being played by a black woman.
What?
Adele James. So, but anyways, because they're saying that she's not supposed to be black, she's supposed to be white. Well, I think
I don't know exactly what her, what was, she was half Greek and half Egyptian, right? So she definitely wasn't white. Is that right, Vic? Was she half Greek? I think she was half Greek. But she definitely was not white. I mean, Greek people aren't even really white necessarily. They're Mediterranean. But whatever. The people get mad about the stupidest shit.
You know, she's supposed to be like, you know, Mediterranean. Yeah, so she's supposed to be like, you know, Mediterranean.
Nobody got mad whenever that white guy played played Jesus in the Passion of the Christ movie, did they? No.
Which I think is considered to be white. So because she was Greek or.
Yeah, we could talk about Stetson going in the third round. What moron, what terrible team and terrible decision drafted him in the third round. What a waste of a third round pick. The guy's never going to start in the NFL. I don't know what you guys, you could take him in the first round if you really wanted to. He's not going to start in the NFL. Yeah, I would be surprised if 2 years from now he's still even in the NFL still at all.
Or Macedonian. So she was the queen of Egypt.
All right, I'll speed it up a little bit here. Where's the speed button? Autoplay, subtitles, settings. Oh, here we go. What are we going to do here? 2 times, you said? Not 1, but 2. Here we go.
Yes, so she was actually, you know, Greek or Macedonian. So it was actually, she's Ptolemy's granddaughter. So it's like when Alexander the Great, you know, went and, you know, conquered everywhere, including Egypt. Well, after he died, like his empire was divided up among his generals, and Ptolemy got Egypt. So that was how he became the pharaoh. And eventually, his granddaughter Cleopatra became the pharaohess. Although, you know, some people were saying that she's, you know, part Egyptian, or that she's or that she's part black, or that her mother was almost black. But anyway, I mean, nobody, mum really knows that. But anyway, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I mean, it's not really that big of a deal to me. So, but anyway, so I don't really care. I mean, I'm not even going to watch it anyway. So, you know, whatever. And then let's see. And the last thing that I don't care about, Deion Sanders and Colorado. I mean, really, you know, ESPN. Why you spend all this time hyping up Deion? I get it. He was a great.
All right, there you go. So I think I learned a little bit there. I thought that Cleopatra was half Greek and half Egyptian. According to Vic, he says that she was half Greek and half Macedonian. I don't know. Maybe we should dig her up like we do the rest of these pharaohs, and maybe give her a DNA test and find out exactly what she was. No, because I don't like to leave the dead alone. Anyway, don't get me started on that either. Happy Monday. All right, let's get to the news, shall we? We shall.
Breaking news from the PigskinPeete YouTube channel.
Oh boy, this let's start off this beautiful week and this beautiful Monday afternoon with a terrible story here. Does that sound like a good idea? Sure, it does. A Virginia prosecutor is seeking a trial for both the group of 7 deputies charged in the death of Irvo Otino. I'm probably mispronouncing his name. Otino is the way it looks like. And 3 hospital workers were also charged. I think I remember this story, actually. You know, where they just basically, well, we'll see if it's the right one. The video of 7 deputies dogpiling themselves on top of Otino until he stopped breathing was already disturbing. Now, his manner of death is being compared to something completely obscene. Dinwiddie Commonwealth attorney Ann Cabell. First of all, if you live anywhere named Dimwitty, then there's probably a bunch of dimwits that live there. So, I mean, I believe them. Unlike how a football player gets tackled on a field by a bunch of 200-plus pound men, this incident lasted more than just a few seconds. Otino died from asphyxia, but his death was reminiscent of a method of execution and torture recalled from the medieval times. The prosecutor noted that once special agents arrived on the scene to gather evidence, the handcuffs and leg irons used to bound Otino had been cleaned and stowed in the back of Henrico detention transport vehicle. It's unclear if she believes that this was a tactic to tamper with evidence. So I guess after the guy died, they took his shackles off and cleaned them and then kind of try to, like, stash him away somewhere. You know, physical evidence and whatnot. Sounds premeditated to me. Yikes. So, what's the story behind this? I don't even want to watch the video if there is one. It'll make me too mad. The video footage of moments leading up to Otino's death was released by the prosecutor's office. The 28-year-old was seen bound by his legs and arms being pushed onto the ground by at least 7 sheriff deputies. 7. Now, keep in mind, for anybody who says, oh, he's probably resisting, he's got handcuffs on his legs and hands. His ankles and his hands. Unless he's some kind of fucking superhero, you can't hurt somebody when you're handcuffed to your hands and your legs. Or only Steven Seagal could hurt somebody in that situation. Okay? He brought back inside, shackled by leg irons and handcuffs, while 5 officers drag him into the admission area, then force him on the ground and 2 additional officers hold down his legs while he sat. At some point, attorney Mark Crutis said that one deputy appeared to be laughing. Yeah, very funny. I hope you're laughing whenever you're getting raped in prison, piece of shit. I got to get off this article. Meet Stargazer, a new hypersonic aircraft that will fly from New York to Tokyo in 1 hour. Just what I needed, an hour-long flight to Tokyo. Look at that thing, though. I wonder what the stewardesses are like on that plane. Venus Aerospace is building a hypersonic aircraft that can carry about a dozen passengers traveling at Mach 9, which everybody knows is 9 times the speed of sound. We saw on the movie Top Gun, Tom Cruise made it to Mach 11, I think, which has never been done, by the way. And then he ejects out of the plane at Mach 11. Now, if that were to happen, if you were flying Mach 10 or 11 and you hit the ejection button on the plane, it would rip your body apart. I mean, there would be nothing left of you. But of course, Tom Cruise, on the other hand, he was just fine. The Stargazer, which measures 150 feet long by 100 feet wide. Oh, I guess that's from wingtip to wingtip. Will travel between two cities in the world, says Houston-based company, by flying 6,905 miles per hour at an altitude of 170,000 feet. 170,000 feet? Isn't that... What? Isn't that space, bro? I'm pretty sure 170,000 feet is space. Is it not? Yeah, well, look, there's a picture of it. It basically looks like it's flying in space to me. Man, that's really going to kill the space is fake people whenever they actually fly through space to get to Tokyo, and they'll have to get to see for themselves that there is space. It's going to be a real rough day for the flat earther. I'm looking to see if there's anything else interesting in this article, because it's just a... The 150,000-pound Stargazer will take off with conventional jet engines, but in the transition to the rockets once it reaches altitude of 170,000 feet, I guess. It will be high enough to see the planet's curve. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It will be high enough to see the planet's curve and the blackness of space. So it is kind of like I guess 170,000 feet is kind of like right on the edge of space, is the way it sounds. But you'll be able to see the curve of the Earth. Uh-oh. Another bad day for the flat earther. Venus Aerospace has been working on the hypersonic aircraft concept since 2020. Now, here's what I want to know. Because all that sounds great. To fly from New York to Tokyo in an hour, that sounds great, right? I mean, who wouldn't want to do that? How much is a plane ticket going to cost on this thing? That's the real question. Is this going to be affordable for the average Joe or the average bro? You know what I mean? It doesn't say anything about the price. So. Better not be fat. You probably can't be a fat stewardess on that thing. It might not. I mean, you got to get up to 170,000 feet. You know? Everybody knows about the SpaceX rocket that blew up. Man arrested after $3 million worth of drugs shipped to restaurant. Look at that look on his face. Oh, look what it is. Oh, no, it's not Auburn, Alabama. It's Auburn, Maine. Employees of a Maine restaurant got a surprise when they opened a large wooden crate that they thought was a shipment of mugs that they had recently ordered. Instead, they found a plastic tote that contained what law enforcement suspects is 14 kilograms or 31 pounds of a power synthetic opioid, fentanyl. Oh, no. 31 pounds? That's probably enough to kill everybody in the world. Seriously. With an estimated street value of $3 million. The tote had a shipping label with the restaurant's address, but the name of someone who did not work there. Employees who opened it saw what they thought looked like drugs, so they contacted the police. The crate from Arizona that arrived to Maine town around 30 miles north of Portland was taken to the police department, where a chemical field examination confirmed that it was fentanyl. Which, if it originated in Arizona, which you already know what that means. You know where it came from. If it originated in Arizona, right? Yeah, of course we all know where it came from. About an hour later, the man whose name was on the shipment showed up looking for the crate and was arrested. What an idiot. Yeah, if you're going to ship 30 pounds, or how much was it? Yeah, 31 pounds of fentanyl. Probably a good idea not to use your real name, you freaking idiot. God knows, man. And this guy's 41 years old. Jeremy Mercier, 41 years old, of Auburn, was charged with drug offenses for violating bail conditions. So he's already out on bail, too, which is even dumber. Now he's being held in county jail without bail. He's already spent time in jail for another drug charge, so career long. Look at this guy. He doesn't look like the smartest guy. He's not the sharpest tool in the shed, if you know what I mean. I guess so. So I guess the plan was, well, we'll just get this thing shipped to. Hell, you would have been better off just sending it to your own house. At least no one else is going to open it. Like, why would you send it to a restaurant where they're clearly probably going to open it, and then you're going to show up and be like, "Oh, I think you guys have my crate of drugs." I mean, I don't get the plan there. Well, I don't think he did either, because it wasn't a very good plan. Astronomers just found 25 more mysterious repeating radio signals from space. Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of shit going on out there. All right, here we go. Tinfoil hat time. Fast radio bursts, or FRBs. Why does everything have to have an abbreviation? All right. FRBs are brief, powerful pulses of radio waves detected from space. Some can last up to 3 seconds long, while others appear to disappear in a fraction of a millisecond. However, their origin is a mystery. Given the amount of energy they carry, researchers speculate that they are produced by some of the highest energy events in the universe. Supernova, gamma ray burst, or collisions between neutron stars, pulsars, or black holes. The only thing that's known for sure is that the most FRBs originate from outside of our galaxy. Aliens, bro. Aliens, bro. All right. Yeah, so there's all kinds of radio signals and shit out there. I mean, it's not surprising at all. Killer Indian elephant relocated to a tiger reserve. A killer elephant, bro. For the most part, I believe elephants are pretty docile creatures. But I guess just like any other animal, some of them are a little more aggressive and violent than others. You know what I mean? A wild elephant who sparked a massive debate and a legal battle in the southern Indian state of Kerala has been relocated to a tiger reserve. Officials claim Arikoban. What? Anyway, that means rice tusker in their language. Named for his raids on local shops for rice and has killed 7 people. Oh, so he's not even really trying to kill people. He's just trying to get the rice. And, people are in the way. So, go ahead and take you out, bro. Don't stay anything that stands between this guy and his rice, or this elephant and his rice. Just let that man get his rice. That's all I'm saying. Killed 7 people, though. Do you think it's a really good idea to relocate an elephant in a sanctuary where there's a bunch of tigers, though? That doesn't sound like a good idea to me. Don't you think the tigers would try to eat the elephant? And before you say, oh, yeah, Pete, well, they probably have them in separate, areas. Well, yeah. Listen to this. They do an elephant census. You know how they do the census in the United States to find out how many people there are? According to the last elephant census in 2017, India has close to 30,000 wild elephants, around 60% of all wild Asian elephants. Loss of habitat and fragmentation once forced them to enter human habitats and raid crops, leading to conflicts like the one we see here. Yeah, no, most countries, if you had like an elephant that had killed a bunch of people, this country, for example, the United States of America, if there was an elephant that killed 7 people, they'd euthanize this elephant within a day, or less than a day, probably less than an hour. But not in India. If you kill people in India, you get a trip to a sanctuary because they won't kill elephants over there. Which I'm not saying is a bad thing. I'm just saying it is what it is. Okay. So there you go. Florida robbery suspect fleeing police shot 8 times by the store clerk. Damn. I wonder if there's a video of this. I'm not sure what that is. A robbery suspect leading Florida police on a high-speed chase was shot 8 times by a convenience store clerk who was attempting to carjack him. Carjack him? Inside the store? I'm confused now. In a Facebook post, the Flagler County Sheriff's Office says that whatever this guy's name is, I can't pronounce, walked into a Shell gas station in Flagler Beach and alluded to having a firearm. I don't know how you allude to having a firearm. I guess maybe you pretend like you have something under your shirt or something. I don't know. Which allowed him to walk out of the store with $90 in cash. Ooh, big score. $90. Police located Jordan's car. Shit, what did they just do? What? Where is it? Jordan got into the vehicle and started to flee, but crashed the vehicle through the front of the store and then exited the vehicle and chased the clerk and a customer through the store, and the struggle ensued. The clerk, who was now armed, shot the suspect approximately 8 times. So this happened in Georgia. Jordan was arrested and taken to the hospital where he's said to be in critical condition. I would say so, yeah. He was also already wanted. He was a fugitive from the law, wanted for armed robbery in Georgia at the time of the arrest. If he survives his injuries, he will spend a long time in prison. So, yeah. I can't believe he shot 8 times and lived. Yeah, I'm not reading that story. I'm not even... Ugh. commuter train excavation near Notre Dame. We're not talking about the university. We're talking about the actual place. Notre Dame Cathedral has uncovered 2,000-year-old necropolis containing bodies buried. Of course, they're going to mess with these bodies, aren't they? They're going to. No, see? See? Leave them alone, bro. Those bones have been there for 2,000 years, and everything's gone just fine. I think you just leave them there. It'll be fine. Remains of at least 50 men, women, and children are unearthed during an excavation for a train line. About half of the burials had objects like cups, jugs, or dishes buried with them. A 2,000-year-old necropolis, a city of the dead, has been found near the cathedral. Yeah. At that time, the feeling was that there was another life after death. So people placed things in the grave that would help a dead person to survive in the afterlife. That's why objects from everyday life have been found. As well as pitchers that very likely contained food. Makes sense. Going to the afterlife, you might need some food and water, bro. You know what I mean? In some coffins, the dead were buried with a coin placed in their coffin or in their mouth. One pit unearthed by researchers contained the skeleton of a whole pig, though it is unclear what purpose it may have served. Well, you just got done telling us that they take food and shit with them to the afterlife, so I mean, maybe the guy wanted to eat some bacon in the afterlife, you know? That makes sense. Pork chop, bro. Yeah. Well, it was a nice peaceful run for 2,000 years of them being dead and not being messed with. But now we got a hold of them. We'll show them who's boss. Isn't it weird how it's illegal to dig up a body, but it's not illegal to dig up a body if it's like old enough? If it's ancient? Then nobody cares. It's weird. A bit of draft news there. Look at this thing here. A 25-mile-long wave of trash washing up onto the Outer Banks is linked to U.S. Navy. What? What are they, just throwing their trash off the ship or something? An unsightly wave of trash washing up on North Carolina's Outer Banks has been linked to a U.S. Navy ship. That conclusion was reached after investigators picked through the bags and found evidence that it was linked to the military. Wow. Cape Hatteras National Seashore and the town of Nag's Head has observed plastic, metal, paper, and textile fabric debris washing up on low densities along the 25-mile beaches. So, they're saying it's linked, but what does that even mean? Observation of debris began on April 27th and were reported to the U.S. Coast Guard sector, North Carolina. The nature of the debris suggests it may have come from a U.S. naval vessel located near the northeastern coast of North Carolina, so that they might even know what ship it came from. Sounds to me like they just dumped their trash in the ocean, washed up on the shore. Woman clinging to a log in Zion National Park River. Hey, didn't Colby? Isn't that where you went? Zion National Park. That's over in where is it? In Arizona? I think it's in Arizona or Nevada. One of the two. Utah. Yeah, that's right, and that is where Colby went. Rescue teams training nearby saved a woman clinging to a log and calling for help in the Virgin River at Zion National Park. Utah Rangers reported. Yes, so it's definitely Utah. Someone reported seeing a woman in the rushing river about 1:15 p.m. on Friday, April 28th, in the park, said in a news release. She looks like she's a Canadian. She's a Canadian, eh? The woman visiting the park from Canada entered the river and could not get out. Too strong of a... Let's see here. Zion National Park spans 228 square miles in southwest Utah and ranks as one of the most popular national parks in the United States with millions of annual visitors. Yeah, when we went to Vegas last year, and we drove down to the Grand Canyon and all that, somebody else mentioned that we should try to go to Zion National Park if we could. There's Colby. So there's not really much of a story, but I guess she lived, which is good. Now, see, the person who writes this article is trying to tell us how not to drown. Some factors can make drowning more likely. Yeah, no shit. Including not knowing how to swim, a lack of close supervision, not wearing a life jacket, and drinking alcohol while recreating near or in water. What are we, 5 years old? Yeah, don't go in the water if you can't swim and or you have been drinking alcohol and you're not wearing a life jacket. Might be one way not to drown. The best way not to drown is not to go in the water at all. I mean, there is that. There is that. How do cops catch people violating Ohio's new distracted driving law? Look, I fully agree that if somebody is observed by a police officer texting while they're driving, then they should be pulled over and ticketed, because it's extremely dangerous to be texting and you know, whatever else on your phone while you're driving. But I don't know. I mean, if you label it just a distracted driver, I mean, by nature, you can be distracted by literally anything. I mean, look inside your car. There's buttons everywhere. Forget about inside the car. All the stuff that's going on outside of the car that can be distracting. Right? So, let's see what this law is in Ohio. Because I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, it sounds to me like a reason, it sounds to me like something that they can use for a reason to pull anybody over for any reason now. It's just, you know, well, he wasn't speeding, you know, he was using his blinkers and all this, you know, he did make a complete stop at a stop sign, but I think he might have been distracted by something. So that gives me probable cause to pull him over. And if that's the case, I don't like that, but whatever. It didn't take long for Ohio State Highway Patrol Sergeant Brandy Allen to spot a motorist holding up his phone in violation of the state's new distracted driving law. As soon as she pulled onto the Interstate 70 entrance ramp, she saw the man in a white box a white box truck zipping by her with his phone illuminated. Allen hit the emergency lights on his cruiser for a traffic stop and a brief roadside lesson on the law. Allen, a 10-year-old veteran of the patrol. See, now again, I don't have any issue with that. If it's clear that the guy is on his phone while he's driving down an interstate, then yes, pull him over. I have no problem with that because he's probably going to end up running somebody over. Man, everybody's seen this, but, early morning rush hour traffic, I used to see the craziest shit on the interstate. Now, yeah, it was stop and go. We weren't going 70 miles an hour. It was stop and go because of the volume of the traffic. But the things that the people are doing in their car while they're supposed to be driving is ridiculous. The main one's definitely being on the phone, checking text messages, probably scrolling through Facebook or whatever the fuck they're doing. I don't know. But the main one that I saw all the time, on almost a daily basis, women putting on their makeup while they're driving. Every time, if I was in traffic and I looked over and I saw a woman putting up her makeup and she's driving, I would just lay on the horn until she looked at me. And she would know exactly why I was laying on the horn like that. What are you, crazy, lady? How many women we got in here? How many women do we have in here? And Slim. How many women do we have in here? And how many of you will admit to putting on your makeup while you're driving? On Interstate 270, Alan saw a black SUV driver with a small dog on her lap and a large dog roaming between the front and the back seats. She pulled the Albany woman over, explained the law, checked her license, and wrote a warning for distracted driving and gave her a ticket. Look at the picture there. Oh, you got a cute dog. Here's your ticket, bitch. Well, there you have it. And really, this isn't surprising to me. There's calling it a new Ohio law. I thought that this sort of thing was already a law pretty much everywhere, right? I mean, maybe I'm wrong. SLO County teacher was arrested over a paper cut. What? You got me. You got me. A paper cut, a tussle over a hairbrush. Are those truly grounds for arrest these days? Or is this an overzealous response to a situation that could have been handled by school administrators? Either way, San Luis Obispo County Sheriff's Office and the Luchamar Unified School District have some explaining to do following an incident that left Luchamar Teacher Union outraged. Here's what we know. On Tuesday morning, a teacher at the Mesa Middle School allegedly grabbed a hairbrush away from a student, injuring her in the process. How do you injure somebody by taking a hairbrush away from them? The teacher then allegedly tossed some papers around, inflicting a paper cut on the student. Oh, my God. I'm old enough to remember when they would paddle your ass. Seriously. When I was in middle school, the principal walked around with a paddle in his hand. He just walked around. He'd be walking down the hallways with a paddle and like a little rope that came off of it that went around his wrist, you know? He would walk around the school all day with a paddle. And if you got a line, well, you got a spanking, bro. Boy, they would never do that shit these days, would they? Anyway, she's getting charged with, well, they're trying to decide whether or not to charge her with a crime or not. If she does get arrested, you better be prepared to deal with a whole lot of angry teachers, it says. Yeah, I bet. So they want to get on child abuse. The penal code says that child abuse, it defines child abuse as a willful infliction of cruel or inhuman corporal punishment or an injury resulting in a traumatic condition. So I don't think that a paper cut would be considered any of those things. Now, as a parent, would I be happy if there was some sort of injury to one of my children at the hands of a teacher? No, absolutely, I would not be happy about it. But I also wouldn't be calling for her to be arrested and shit for a paper cut. Now, you just gotta, you gotta use some common sense here. I guess we'll find out what happens with that. Wichita man, 27 years old, dies after a car chase Saturday night on Kansas Turnpike. Look at this Kansas State Trooper car. Look at that thing. One man died after a car pursuit ended in a crash along the Kansas Turnpike on Saturday night. The man was identified as 27-year-old Kijong Shugart. Does anybody have a normal name anymore? Every single story that I read, I can't pronounce the people's name. The incident was reported around 10:16 p.m. along I-35. In Lyon County. A Kansas Highway Patrol officer was pursuing a 2017 Chevy Malibu that was being driven by 22-year-old Adonis Daly of Wichita. Oh, so the guy who died he wasn't even driving. He was in the passenger seat with of whoever was driving the car that was being chased. The trooper was pursuing Daly northbound on I-35 when Shugart struck the rear of the trailer that was being pulled by a semi-truck. After colliding with the trailer, the Malibu struck the median barrier wall multiple times. Shugart died at the scene of the crash. Daly was taken to Stormont Vi Hospital, suspected of serious injuries. So, there you go. Uh-oh, listen to this here. Crocodile may have eaten fishermen after flip-flops found on the riverbank. Uh-oh. Although that would be a pretty cool, well, not cool, but clever, rather, way to fake your own death if you wanted to do so. You know? Just put your flip-flops right by the river. And people are like, oh, probably got eaten by an alligator. Nothing to see here. A pair of flip-flops was all that remained of an Australian man who's feared to have been snatched and killed by a huge crocodile. Yay. So this actually is in Australia, because of course we don't have crocodiles here. A 65-year-old identified as Kevin Dormandy, or Dormady, was fishing for barramundi. I don't even know what a barramundi is, but apparently it's some sort of fish that you fish for in Australia. I do know that. On the Kennedy River and far north of Queensland when he suddenly vanished from the riverbank on Saturday. Fishermen and campers nearby reported hearing splashes and a commotion. Ooh, man. They said that after he disappeared, only his thongs, which don't get excited, people. Thongs are what they refer to as flip-flops in Australia. In the land down under, mate. Have you seen my thongs? Australian slang for flip-flops. Yes, that's exactly what I just said. It's a fear that Mr. Darmody was taken by a large crocodile, which are plentiful in the river. Yeah, I don't know if I'd be fishing on the bank of a river that's well known to have giant crocodiles in it. That doesn't seem very smart. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a dumb American. The huge reptiles use an ambush technique, hiding just beneath the surface before exploding out of the water and snatching their prey, which includes wild pigs, cattle, and occasionally humans. Yeah, anything that can eat a cow, yeah, you want to stay away from that. I mean, eat a cow without, making it into a burger or a steak. I'm talking about eating an actual cow. Boats and helicopters were deployed to look for the missing man. Police and rangers were searching the area around where the fisherman vanished. Authorities said the area is, quote unquote, known croc country and known to contain large crocodiles. Oh, there's a barramundi. So I was asking, what is a barramundi? That's what a barramundi is, and that's the gentleman that they think got eaten by the crocodile right there. Poor guy. Hey, shit! You live 65 years. You defy the odds. And one day you're out fishing for whatever this thing, a barramundi, and it's bam, snatched up by a crocodile, bro. Yeah, I guess his luck ran out. Look at that thing. I thought that was the Tesla for a minute. That's not. It's a Ram. A Dodge Ram, I guess. Ram Stadium electric pickup takes top prize for design contest. Yeah, I want to see what look at that thing. It looks a lot like the Tesla Cybertruck. I mean kind of, but not really. You know what I'm saying? That thing is wild looking. A 12th grader from Northville won the grand prize for a design contest with his vision of the Ram Stadium, representing a new segment of pickup trucks. So that's just a concept. But confused about what this picture is here. What's going on here? Deployable seats, deployable canopy. From the bed of the okay, so that's the bed of the truck. So I guess if you're parked, camping type of situation, you can deploy a canopy to keep you out of the sun, and deploy seats to sit on that sort of come off of the side of the bed of the truck, like right here, or right there. Morales' sleek design featured a fully capable off-road machine that could easily transform into a relaxing place to hang out. Very important. Relaxation. Yeah. So. Now look at this thing. This is also a Ram. This looks different than that other one that we just looked at. Oh, there's a bunch of different ones. Look at that thing. There's another one. Now that does look really close to the Tesla Cybertruck there. That probably looks closest to than any of them. Wind blades and solar panels head to landfills after being replaced. Oh, man. Wait, imagine that. I thought solar panels and wind turbines are supposed to be good for the planet, but now we're just throwing it in just throwing them in landfills now. Look at that. I kind of wish I had solar panels on my house, though. I wish I would have done it when we first moved in here because they were offering it for free back then. And it would have already paid for itself 10 times over by now. Anyway. No, that's just an ad. See asteroid Isis 7 or Iris 7 make its close approach to Earth tonight. This looks like a pretty big asteroid from what I heard. Asteroid Iris 7 will be opposite the sun, an arrangement called the opposition, on the evening of tonight, April the 30th. So this was last night. So it's already happened. So I can't see it now. Bro. I'm trying to see how big this thing is. That's all I care about. It doesn't say. Oh, look. Transgender cyclist Austin Killups wins the women's tour. Jesus Christ. Wow. Wow. I did not see the rocket yesterday. I did not. Let's see who's in the StreamYard, shall we? I've had enough of the news. Welcome to the Midday Show. Welcome to the Midday Show.
What's up, Pete?
Is this a good time for you, Nate? You all right?
I was in the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
How's it going?
You all right? Why are you whispering?
I don't know.
Hey, blink twice if everything's okay.
Isn't it amazing that anytime a man sucks at sports, they automatically turn into a woman and then all of a sudden they're good again?
Yeah, it's amazing how that happens, isn't it? You know what else is amazing is the fact that nobody seems to care. That, I mean, I've said this before. I have no issue with what people want to do with their personal lives. If you want to go and chop your dick off, more power to you, okay? I hope it works out for you. But and I don't have any daughters, but if I did have daughters, I would be furious if my daughter spent her entire life training at some sport so she could be excellent at it, and here comes some guy who's been a woman for 5 minutes, competing against her. That would make me furious.
Yeah, that's
You know.
cool.
Yeah,
Did you watch the morning show today?
I did. Yes,
How was it, you think?
it was good.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm planning to go to the ice rink this weekend, and which is a good time because I think on Sunday I have well, it's not an actual tournament, but it's my hockey league playoffs game on Sunday, so Saturday could be a good time to skate. With, I don't know, the Preston girls, I don't know. But
Yeah, we'll have fun at the skating rink. I'm going to be honest with you, Nate. It sounds really creepy the way you're talking. I don't know what's going on with you.
I don't know. I think I'm still in depression.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the way that you're talking.
I don't know.
Yeah. Where are you right now?
I don't.
Oh.
He said he don't know where he is.
He said he just turned his camera on and showed me. I don't know. It looks like a room. I guess he's at work. It looks like he's at work. Is that right?
Well, I'm not at work right now.
Oh, you're not.
Well, I am, but I'm just
What?
taking a little break.
You're not, but you are.
I'm taking a little break.
You're at the hospital, right, Nate?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's what I thought. Anyway.
Hey, what's going on with you, buddy? You okay?
I'm suffering. Just kidding.
Yeah. I don't know. You sounded like you were in pretty good spirits this morning on the morning show.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, Brandon, I think I might be hearing a little bit of playback, reverb or something.
Oh yes, I got the.
You got a show on?
Yeah, let me mute it. Yeah, I got the show on my TV, and I'm on StreamYard on my phone.
I got you. Yeah, so people are asking, who is this? It's Brandon. You guys know him in the chat, Brandon Pratt.
Brandon,
That's it. That's him. And now VicTube.
yeah. Oh, now you got Vic.
What's up, Vic?
Hey Vic, did you? I didn't see who the Falcons drafted in the later rounds. Who did they draft in the later rounds?
Well, let's see. So we drafted Bijan Robinson.
Yeah, I know about that one. Yeah.
We drafted Matthew Bergeron. Yes, a guard from Syracuse.
Okay.
We drafted Zach Harrison. Yeah, a defensive end from Ohio State. And then we got Clark Phillips III, a corner from Utah. And then we got DeMarco Helms, safety from Alabama. And then we got Jovan Gwynn, a guard from South Carolina. So.
Oh. So are you? If you could give a grade, like A, B, C, D, F, to the Falcons draft of 2023, what would you give them?
It's probably a C. Yeah.
A C? C minus? C minus drafting? Yeah.
Still trying to figure out why the Chiefs went defensive end with their first round pick. I didn't understand that pick.
Yeah. Who was it?
He's got some weird name. I'm trying to remember where he
played
at now.
Yeah.
He had one of those long names, that stretch across the entire back of your jersey.
Yeah.
That nobody can pronounce.
Like Uiagalelei?
Yeah, exactly like that.
Yeah.
The ukulele, yeah.
The ukulele.
Yeah, or
I don't know.
Yeah, the Eagles, man, they killed the draft. Looks like.
Oh yeah, and Nate wants you to bring him back in.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go, Nature Boy. That's it. He just posted the guy's name in the chat.
Felix.
That's it.
My Lions are
He did.
horrible drafters.
Yeah, out of Kansas State. That's where he played. Felix.
Yeah, Kansas State, and he's from Lee Summit, so he's like he's actually from that area. He's from Lee Summit, went to K-State, and now playing for Kansas City.
Yeah, I do remember.
Cool.
I remember that story now. Yeah, because they were saying how they drafted a hometown guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I give my Lions a F.
An F. Why?
Yeah,
Why?
I'm not trying to get mad right now, but I told Pete already. But
They drafted.
traded down for the.
Yeah,
They had a number 6 pick overall, and they traded down for the Cardinals, whatever it's called,
right.
Arizona Cardinals. And I was so pissed, I almost broke my TV. Yeah, it wasn't pretty. So I just don't know why they did that. They could have just picked a quarterback, which is Will Levis, which if they didn't, well, they did actually pick the drafted a. They did.
Why would you want Will Levis?
Well, no, just not Will Levis. Just any quarterback.
Well, they did. Didn't they get Hendon Hooker?
Well,
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
I think they did.
what's wrong with Jared Goff?
He's mid.
Well, but I mean, it's better than Will Levis.
Well, you don't know that because you know.
Yeah, I think.
You all don't know that because I think he's gonna have a lot of pressure on him. Well, not a lot of pressure, less pressure because he didn't get drafted since the 3rd round. Because I think more pressure goes on the top 3 picks. Just saying.
Well, Levis, he was drafted in early in the second, right, to the Titans,
Yeah.
and then Hendon Hooker went in the 3rd round. Is that right?
Right, Hendon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be good, but the problem is Hendon Hooker is 26?
What does that mean?
26 years old.
Right. Why is that a problem?
I don't know. I'm just saying because, well.
I mean, 26 is pretty young. I wish I could be 26 again.
Me too.
I meant potential wise, he's gonna get older faster than these C.J. Stroud.
He's going to get older faster, so he's got a time machine now.
After.
No, what? I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm just saying.
I know what you mean. You mean he's going to be old, like at retirement age, way before they are. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think probably there's advantages and disadvantages. If he's 26, he's probably a little bit more. Well, in theory, anyway, he's a little bit more mature to handle being a professional athlete.
Unless he's Stetson Bennett and has to go get flashed and knock on people's door at 26 years old. You know?
Yeah.
You figure at that point you're past that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like the Lions drafts overall, but I'll take Hendon Hooker. But
This really wasn't a very good quarterback draft. I mean, outside of Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud, I think there's, pretty big drop off after that.
Saying, "Oh, this is the best quarterback draft ever." No.
And we were talking about Stetson Bennett earlier. Who drafted him?
Rams.
The Rams.
The Dodge Rams. Oh, I mean, the L.A. Rams.
The Dodge Rams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how he's gonna turn out in the NFL.
I got.
Yeah.
I don't know why L.A. named their teams after the football, professional football names after freaking cars.
What?
Dodge Rams, Dodge Chargers.
I'm about the animal, the ram.
Yeah. Well, the animal's a ram, and
I know, I'm just
the
saying.
Charger has nothing to do with the car. It's like Lightning.
Well, the name of the car meant like they.
I know. Nate, you're funny. He's like, why do all the LA teams name their teams after cars?
Dodge Rams, Dodge Chargers. See,
Oh man. Yeah.
I'm not wrong.
You're not. You're right.
I would like to see. Let's say I know it's never going to happen near future, but let's say Omaha had an expansion team for NFL, and they just what if, for example, and let's say they build a 85 capacity big stadium.
85,000.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they named their team the Zookeepers.
Yeah, that's a fitting. Yeah, that's a fitting name.
I like
The Omaha Zoo is the Omaha Zoo like the most famous zoo in the world or something? The way that you talk about it, it is.
Yeah, that's what most people say, but some people say San Diego, but I disagree.
Hey,
Yeah, Zoo Atlanta is pretty good too.
there's this. How many of you have ever seen Better Call Saul?
It's been a while.
What is that?
Well, I'm surprised you don't know about it, Nate. It's a spinoff, or it's a prequel, rather. Well, it's a prequel and a sequel, all in the same series of Breaking Bad.
Oh, sure.
So anyway, to make a long story short, I'm not going to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it, but the final season just happened. It's on Netflix now. It's good. But when he flees away from New Mexico, whenever the drug cartels are trying, everybody's looking for him. He's running from the law. He's running from the cartel. He's running from everybody. He ends up where? In Omaha, Nebraska, Nate.
What?
Yeah, and he works at a Cinnabon in the Omaha Mall. Have you ever been to that mall before?
Oh, which one? Because there's two.
I don't know. It looks like a giant one to me. I don't know what the difference.
The giant one is not Oakview. It's shit. Well, how did I not remember the fucking name? Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. Yeah.
Not Oakville, but the other one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta look this up. Just the name. But I know the one that you're talking about. Mall.
It looks like a big mall to me. There's a bunch of scenes in that mall.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But,
Twin
Oh shit.
Oh, wait, never mind. That's in Back to the Future.
the what?
Twin Pines Mall.
Oh yeah, Twin Pines Mall. Yeah.
Back to the Future.
And there's also a mall in
Oakview. No.
Used to be.
That's what I said that.
the mall in Stranger Things. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it used to be a farm, but now it's a mall.
It used to be a farm.
Yeah, the Twin Pines Mall used to be a farm. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. And then Marty McFly, after he goes back in time, he runs over one of the pine trees when the farmer's trying to kill him with a shotgun. Yeah, he runs away and runs over one of the trees. So then it becomes called Lone.
Oh, I know what it is now. It's Westroads. Westroads Mall. That's what it's called.
West Roads Mall.
Is going to the mall still a thing?
It's
I mean, we had two prominent malls. Two prominent malls here in Charleston when I was growing up, and now one of them just completely. I don't even know that there's no stores left. They shoot TV shows and stuff in there, like that Righteous Gemstones show. They do a lot of that in that mall. Anyway.
Well, the same thing happened to the Georgia Square Mall in Athens.
But
it's pretty much closed down.
yeah. You know, I actually, the one I was talking about earlier, the mall I was talking about earlier, not the Westroads Mall, Oakview, I think that's the
This is the mall.
It hasn't recently happened, but like somewhere last year, it had a shooting, which is not surprising.
Yeah, that's the first thing when I typed in Westwood Mall, Omaha, Nebraska. The first thing that came up was something about a shooting.
Yeah, that's what Westwood Road. So yeah, probably that.
But this does look indeed like the mall from the Better Call Saul show.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
it's cool too. Well, malls are mostly.
What's that crazy mall in Minnesota? It's like Mall of America or some shit like that.
That is correct.
Yeah, Mall of America.
And that is a bigger mall than Omaha's mall.
Yeah, isn't there like a roller coaster inside the mall?
I've been on that.
It's got like its own. Isn't it like a whole little amusement park or something?
Yeah.
Or just a roller coaster.
Nickelodeon theme.
It's got a water park in it too. Look at this thing. Jeez,
You looking at Mall America?
I mean, yeah.
The Mall of America has a water park.
Yep.
It has an entire amusement park and a water park.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And they also have. I think by the amusement park, they also have a big Lego store.
Yeah. So here you go, Vic. If you can see the screen here, here's the amusement park. You can see roller coasters and all kinds of stuff in there. And then over here on the left, here, let me click on that. There's the water park. Look at that.
Look at that swimming pool.
I know.
Big, bro.
That's wild.
Yeah. I went to that mall for attraction while we saw a hockey game, which is no surprising.
How big is this place? I need to know.
Big.
I need to know how many square feet this thing is. Anybody? Let's take some guesses. What do you guys? If you had to guess without Googling, how big do you think the Mall of America is? Like how many square feet?
I would say I'm gonna guess 300,000 square feet.
Oh,
I was gonna go bigger than that. Okay, what you guessing, Nate?
What is a normal size mall?
I don't know.
I'll just guess the number. 45,000.
All right.
45,000. Oh no, it's gonna be way bigger than that.
Yeah, that's just the bathrooms.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess.
There's people got houses bigger than that.
Yeah.
I don't know math.
I was gonna say 1 million. Let's see how. Well,
I know 2.
I know 1 million does sound like a lot, but what the hell did I do?
I think it's on the information. I don't know.
All right, here we go. Holy shit!
What?
Yeah, we're way small. The Mall of America has a gross area of 5.6 million square feet, or 129 acres.
Holy shit!
Oh wow! Yeah, I never would have thought it was that big. Wow!
Enough to fit 9 New York Yankees stadiums inside the mall.
Wow!
Oh, that's a big mall.
Yeah.
That's what she said. That's good.
Wow. I just thought I was going to be like, I thought 1 million was maybe a little bit too much, but 5.6 million.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Do we know how many stores are in that? Like what? Like 6 million?
Sure, it's more than that. I'm sure it's probably like at least 1,000 stores.
I wonder how many people just go there to walk, just to walk.
Yeah, I mean, talk about a great place to go people watching.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I guess if you walked all the way around the perimeter of it on the inside, I wonder how many miles that is. Probably a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
129 acres. That's insane.
I thought it was 190 something, but
You thought it was what?
okay, so it's 129 acres. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it covers 129 acres.
The largest mall it says the Mall of America is the largest mall in the United States and arguably the largest in North America. What do you mean arguably? Is there one that's bigger?
How can you argue?
Yeah, you can't argue square feet, bro.
Yeah. Show me one bigger than 5.6 million square
I'm
feet.
thinking there must be a huge one somewhere in Canada. And these
550 stores.
and since they use the metric system, these idiots don't know how to convert. So they're just like, I don't know, one's bigger than the other. We just don't know which one. Yeah.
Well, it says the one in Canada is only 3.8 million square feet, though.
Oh, that'd be
but it has more stores in it.
Oh, well, 3.8 is a lot less than 5.6. So.
Unless there's a mall in Mexico that's bigger. But...
Oh, here's the answer to your question, Brandon. It's a 1.15 mile walk around one level, and there's 4 different levels. So, yeah, well, there you do the math. So probably
You go there and get your steps in, huh?
yeah, if you did one lap around each level, then you get around 5 miles of walking in, which is a lot. It has 12,750 parking spots. It employs over 11,000 full-time employees. And it has 40 million visitors annually.
I think that's what I mean. The name or the mall lives up to its name.
Yeah, there's nothing more American than that mall.
You could go there and do one of your walking and talking videos.
Yeah, I could.
And find other people's cake to eat.
Yeah.
You can have Mrs. Pete and the kids go amusement parking. I don't know.
Yeah.
Riding on roller coasters, but
If you spent 10 minutes inside each store, it would take you 92 hours to finish shopping.
damn.
That'd be dangerous to send send one of the wifeys to.
It would take 92 hours.
So listen to this. According to Macklin Griffin in the chat, there's a mall in Dubai that's 12 million square feet.
Oh my god.
That don't surprise me.
No.
Dubai.
That doesn't surprise me either.
All the buildings are huge there, aren't it?
Yeah, that's a wild.
Oil money over there.
That's a wild place, man.
Yeah, that's Dubai. So Dubai. Yeah, everything is big in Dubai. So I mean.
Let's see how. Let's
It's
see if
kind
I.
of like the Texas of the Middle East.
Yeah.
No.
Everything's big
Yeah.
in Dubai.
Yeah.
Mall in Dubai. You can go skiing inside the mall.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fake snow though.
Mall.
Underwater zoo. Uh-oh, Nate. It's got an underwater zoo. Isn't that an underwater zoo? Isn't that just called an aquarium?
Yes.
It's Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park.
Where?
Look at this. You can go diving in the zoo, and I mean in the mall. Dubai Aquarium and Underwater Zoo. No, that's not the mall.
That mall has
Mall has a zoo and an underwater aquarium.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Go ahead, Vic.
and indoor skiing.
Yeah, but it's fake snow though.
Yeah, indoor skiing, bro.
Yeah, indoor skiing, bro.
Yeah, I'm really good at skiing.
So wow. Let me see if I can.
I don't even know how to do outdoor skiing.
Outdoor skiing is really easy unless you have training.
Skiing's fun. It's well, it was when I was young. I don't know. I'd probably kill myself now.
Yeah, the ski lifts are hard to get.
Yeah, just make sure you don't bump into Gwyneth Paltrow while you're skiing.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about what happened when I got off the ski lift. It was embarrassing.
What happened?
Okay, so I was riding with my mom and stuff. It's been a while since my mom. Well, at the time, it's been a while since she skied. So when I got off, I didn't know. I almost went back down into the down the mountain with the ski lift. I was like, oh my god, what am I doing? And thankfully, I got off this last second, and I fell on my face, and it was right by a brown spot. I don't want to talk about it.
What? Right by a brown spot.
A brown spot on the snow, like on the mountain.
So let me get this straight, Nate. Somebody took a dump on the mountain, and you almost fell in it.
Yes.
Is that what happened?
Yes. And,
That's a weird story, dude.
well, I don't know if it was somebody, but it's probably animal. It's probably deer.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But deer poop is like pebbles.
Yeah. Well, as far as falling off of the ski lift, you know how many people do that every day? I mean, that's not abnormal.
Well, professionals, they don't.
Yeah, well.
But yeah, that's my funny story for skiing. But also a little quick funny story about skiing too. I was skiing down the mountain with my t-shirt on. I'm not joking.
Wow.
And I mastered the class, or mastered skiing.
You're a master skier, huh, Nate?
Yeah.
Cool.
I think my mom even has a picture of me skiing down with a t-shirt on, just a t-shirt and snow pants. Yeah. But yeah,
I gotta say, this
pretty fun.
Dubai Mall does not look near as cool as the Mall of America. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's why America.
I mean, the fact that they have this giant aquarium, that's really the only thing that makes it cooler.
Yeah, that mall looks cheap.
And I guess maybe the indoor skiing too. But
That mall looks cheaper than the Bart Simpson.
right.
But yeah. So what's going on with y'all this Monday night? Like, what are you guys doing?
I don't know
what Pete's doing tonight, but
Yeah, I don't know, but the Lunch Money Show, I know Lou's not home.
yeah. Does he have addiction to Cherokee?
An addiction to Cherokee?
I mean, like
I don't know.
the casino, probably.
I don't know. You have to ask him that.
I think he does.
Yeah. Okay.
So you gonna be rolling solo tonight, or is he gonna come on the show?
I don't. You know what? I honestly don't know. I got to talk to him about that. Roger Dodger says you almost fell in bear poop.
He what?
He said it was bear poop.
Probably.
Yeah. Turd on a mountain. Which
There was a turd on the mountain. Oh, sorry.
which ski resort or whatever? Where were you?
Me?
Yeah, no, the ski place that you went to.
Oh, it's called. It was called, Granby GRAMBY Ranch Resort, ski resort,
And where? In what state?
Colorado.
Okay.
Obviously.
Well, not obviously. There's a lot of states that have skiing, Nate.
No, it only snows in one state.
Yeah, Colorado.
In Tennessee.
Man, and Nate's like the rich guy, man. He's always like bragging about like, oh, well, he doesn't even realize it. He's like, oh, well, I was at a ski resort in Colorado the other day, and now I'm going to the Slob Olympics. Now I'm going to, he's like all over the world, man.
Yeah.
I think I should trade the brands with Traveling Fools.
I know you should, man. I mean, Jesus Christ, you're making me look bad, Nate.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't. I've been out of the country, but I've been on a cruise before.
But yeah.
Did I tell you guys that before? I think I did.
What do you think about cruises, Nate? I mean, do you like them?
I mean, for my first one, the ship sucked.
Look at it. For my first one.
Yeah. I've been on one cruise, and it was one cruise too many. I'll tell you that right now.
Well,
I've
okay.
been on one.
Really, you didn't like it?
I mean, here's the thing. I went on a 7-day cruise with like a big group of people. I say a big group of people, like 10 or 15 people. And after about 3 or 4 days, you're just ready to get off of that damn boat. I don't know.
So you went with the wrong. So you went with the wrong people.
That was, yeah.
Not necessarily. I don't know. It's just like I'd rather just go travel to some of those places that the cruise ship stops at and stay there than be on the ship.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like I've never taken a cruise, and that's kind of my thing. Is like I don't want to be dropped off at a port and be like, okay, you have 7 hours.
Exactly.
That's the thing
Exactly.
I don't like about it.
And so there's not enough time to see the place that you're visiting. Really, I mean, not the way that you want to see it. And then if something goes wrong, because this happens all the time, and you don't make it back to the ship on time, then they just leave your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, you're stuck in.
You're stuck in wherever the hell you're at. Yeah. So no.
And anywhere you go, you can't just get somewhere and get the feel of it. It takes a day or two just to get your boundaries.
Yeah.
I did.
Set before you actually start exploring a place and see what it's really all about. So that's why we've never done it. Not that I wouldn't do it, but
Yeah. So the places that we went, we did a 7 days cruise too. So I think the first stop was Costa Rica, not Costa Rica, Costa Maya. I think it was Mexico.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind going on like a Mediterranean cruise, something over in Europe.
Right.
That seems like it would be cool.
I almost think a lot of those cruises are for like people who want to just jump off a boat, take a picture somewhere, and say I've been there.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, fools. And don't get me wrong. Some of the things about the cruise ship were fun. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a lot of times it's just one big party.
And waste of time.
See, to me, unless you've gotten in a fight, been arrested, or something like that, you haven't actually been somewhere.
Yeah, right. So
you got to get a fight, get arrested.
Well, that was part of the problem.
Into a fight, fools.
One of the guys that we were with did get arrested.
Have you ever?
I don't want to get arrested.
Have you ever gotten into a fight?
I've been in multiple fights. Too, yes. And I've fought off muggers in Thailand before. So, with a beer bottle. So unless you've done, shit like that, you haven't actually lived until you've done that.
Right. We have been detained. Right.
Yes, I've been multiple times.
Story about how you were detained in China. Yeah.
Yeah, that's always a good time. Don't tell Volusia that though. He'll tell me I'm lying. Anyway, where is Volusia? Is he the gulag? I guess.
He's MIA. I don't know.
He got sent to Rakuta. Yeah.
Right. He's digging ditches in China.
Yeah, he hadn't been around in a while. It's probably been
Russia.
a week, almost 2 weeks now.
Yeah, probably closer to 3 weeks.
Yeah, I really do hope he's okay.
I do too, obviously.
God.
You know the person I miss on here?
Who?
Ballin AC.
Yeah, I do too.
I haven't seen Ballin. We haven't heard from Ballin with AC
in forever.
Well,
he'll be 18 soon, and he's going to come back.
Yeah, I hope he does.
Yeah, Ballin with AC.
I would have loved to hear his whole opinion on the Bud Light situation.
He would not have held back on that.
No way.
I would also like him to rant about the Michigan TCU game, but I'm a Michigan fan, but I thought it would be pretty fun to hear about that.
To get him to rant about the Georgia TCU game, but I think we already saw someone do that game. So
yeah.
Well, we watched the San Diego Chargers, or I always want to call them the San Diego. Aren't they LA Chargers now or something like that?
Yeah, there's LA now.
I missed it, San Diego.
Anyway, yeah. So we got to see their GM do a little trolling, during the draft after he said that they drafted, I think, 3 of the top TCU players from their offense. The quarterback, I think they're wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 2. He was like, yeah, TCU, they're on the same level as like your Georgias and Alabamas. And I was like, okay, bro, I guess you didn't watch that national championship game. Must have missed that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do y'all think about Max Duggan not going until the 7th round.
That's wild.
Yeah, I was really surprised. I thought he
Yeah, I figured he would go a little higher than that.
higher because he was a Heisman finalist. So
Yeah.
he was.
I was always more of a fan of Max Headroom instead, but
but yeah, like I said, sorry, go ahead, Vic. Sorry.
Max who?
Max Headroom, man.
Who's that?
That's a little before Vic's time right there.
I actually, you know what? If this works, like I said earlier, when I go to ice skating, free skate, if I do get a girl, I'm not getting my hopes up, but if I do, one thing I won't do is swing my hammer. I won't do that at all.
Yeah, don't do that.
But the one thing I will do is treat her as like a person.
That's always a good start when dealing with women. You gotta treat them like people, you know. I mean, and they might not actually be people, but you gotta treat them that way at least.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They're not just for cooking and cleaning.
Yeah, Nate, you sexist pig.
Now, if it's a transgender, that's a different story.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness!
I don't want to.
Like I hate transgenders. I hate them.
You better watch out. She might swing her hammer at you.
Or worse.
Now I do wonder that do transgenders? I mean, do they cook and clean as well? I mean, this is a real question now.
I guess they could.
They could.
I know one of them is a maid. Oh, shut up.
Yeah, man. Nate, I don't know how you don't have a girlfriend with expectations like treating her like a person.
I will treat her like a
I will
person.
treat her like a person.
What do you want me to say?
Oh man.
No, you just rock on.
I'll
dude.
treat her. I don't know. I'm not gonna say more. Never mind.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, Nature Boy says that's what I've been doing wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, Nature Boy, come on, man. I mean,
You gotta start treating them like people.
step up your game, dude. We should do it. It's like, dating advice with Nate. Nate's great.
That's what I
Just
said.
treat her like a person, dude.
Well, that's a good start, Nate. I think you should definitely try treating her like a person and see how far that gets you. But
Yeah, that's a good start. Yeah.
great start.
Yeah. Eventually, I'll say nothing. Okay, I don't want to go off the rails.
Yeah, don't go off the rails.
Don't start now.
Or what's the next topic?
Where do you go from there?
Well, we can talk.
What are you doing? What are you doing today, Nate? You at work or what, man?
No, I'm at lunch. Well, at work, but I'm on lunch break.
You've been on lunch break for 2 hours now.
No. I was when I was muted for a little bit. I was folding rags.
Oh, well, that was for like 30 seconds. Anyway, whatever. I wish
Nate gets the longest lunch break in the world.
No, I go lunch at 11:30 my time and go to 12.
Rough.
Yeah, it's almost one. Oh, you're right, an hour behind us. But my favorite part is whenever that woman comes in and starts yelling at Nate to get back to work.
That's one of my teachers.
Yeah,
That's one of my teachers.
that's about to happen in about 10 minutes from now.
She's like pizza watch. She goes beep beep beep. Comes in and yells a name.
And also didn't tell you guys, but I do have a graduation with this program. Not 19 days. I think it's less than that.
Oh
12
man,
days. 12 days.
So after you
Because
graduate, that means you no longer work there for free.
Right.
Right. Damn.
So Nate, let me ask you this: how many days until the next Slob Olympics?
It's actually almost less than 300 now.
What's less than a year? Well, yeah, it's less than 300, I guess. Yeah.
It is almost less than 300, but it's 306 days, though.
Oh, so it's more than 300.
All right.
Well, I'm saying almost less than 300.
Oh,
So 306.
it's almost.
Yeah. And when it's 299, that's almost here.
Hey, watch how I do this, Nate. Next Monday, it'll be 299. You see how I did that?
Let's go.
Yeah.
It will be here before you know it.
Yeah.
Some good math, Pete.
Hey, man.
I know what 2
you
plus
flexing.
2
You flexing.
I'm flexing. I didn't even have to break out the old calculator watch for that. I did that right in my own brain.
Wow.
I need some teachings about division, because the old way. I'm not.
Just get on Twitter. You'll learn all about division.
They might have like transgenders involving in Twitter saying never mind.
Nate's obsessed with transgenders, I think.
No, I hate them.
Tell us how you really feel, Nate.
All I hear is fucking
Oh, Nate.
males turning to fucking females.
All right, Nate. Next conversation. We don't want
That's what I told you. He's obsessed with
on a
them.
midday show.
Sorry, I was going to rant.
You have to treat them like people too.
Yeah, treat them like people, too.
I just don't like them. It's
not just
We understand.
girlfriend in 2023 that you have to
I'm
treat
not
them.
But-
gay pride. I'm not about the. Never mind.
Okay. Nate's trying to
Can't
get.
help they're confused, Nate.
But speaking of division and Twitter, I stayed off of Twitter this weekend, which was awesome.
That's
Yeah, good idea.
I think I probably during the off season I should probably stay off Twitter every weekend.
You know, Twitter is one of those things you really have to find your niche on there, because
Yeah.
if you go down the wrong road, it can be like the biggest cesspool that you've ever.
Well, that's the
man.
thing too.
Yeah, that is not even a lie.
Twitter is the meanest fucking place on earth.
Well, see the beautiful thing about Twitter is it's whatever you make it, really.
Exactly.
But it's like Traveling Fool says, if you go down the wrong sort of avenue, then you end up in a real weird place that you don't want to be.
Yeah.
And before you know it,
Everything on your feed will be negativity if you go down that road.
Well, yeah.
down the dark.
Hey, we know what we should all do.
yeah, what?
This is just the idea. But I don't know if we have time, Pete, but maybe Wednesday we could do this. But why can we should all test our knowledge on U.S. capitals.
Okay.
Well,
So state capitals is what you're saying?
yeah, state capitals. I meant.
Oh, yeah, we already did that on my show, Nate. So
Well,
Yeah,
we don't
yeah.
talk about it.
you
well-
can do it. So not this last Friday, but the Friday before.
Hey, Nate, what's the capital of Vermont?
Montpelier.
Yes, that's right. Ding, 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 ding.
I wouldn't have known that, but I would just say
Yeah, because
No, Nate's good. Nate's good at this game.
Yeah,
I would have said Vermont City.
Vermont City. Hey, Nate,
Okay,
are you?
VicTube. Okay, VicTube. What is the capital of Arkansas?
Little Rock.
Hey, ding, ding.
That's
ding.
right.
that was easy.
Are you good at geography and stuff like that, Nate? You're like a savant, I think.
Only in the U.S., but outside, no.
Oh,
All right. What's the capital of Florida?
Tallahassee.
Ah, there you go.
I think he knows all of them.
All right, Connecticut.
Hartford.
Damn, look at Nate go.
Yeah, do some of the one like New Mexico.
You know New Mexico? That's easy. Come on.
Santa Fe.
Yep.
Shit. And then my second guess is Albuquerque.
No, you're right.
No, you're right. It's Santa
Oh,
Fe.
it was? Oh, it's Santa Fe. Okay.
Santa
Santa
Fe.
Fe.
Okay, VicTube. What's the capital of Let's say North Dakota.
North Dakota, is it
I think I don't think I know. I know South Dakota.
Is it Sioux Falls?
That's South Dakota, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sioux Falls in South Dakota.
Yeah,
But
and that is the geographical center of the United States, or of North
I thought
America.
Omaha
Is that
was.
true?
Yeah, no,
South Dakota is the geographical center of North America.
No, actually,
Wow.
Nebraska is because it's based in the center.
No, it's not.
He said North America, not the United States.
Yeah.
Oh,
not the
okay,
US.
never mind.
Have you ever?
North Dakota is Bismarck, I think.
Yeah, I think you're
it's
right.
Bismarck.
Have any of you ever been to Deadwood before? South Dakota.
Who the hell's that?
Deadwood.
It's a city.
No, but I know a few women that have been there before.
Dead?
Apparently, it's a very, very cool place. It's
Too much whiskey, baby.
it's close to Sturgis. It's also close to the what do you call it? Mount Rushmore.
Also, that is good attraction to go to.
The town is like it was 100 years ago. You know, it looks like an old West town, and there's a bunch of casinos, and like it looks like a cool place. Actually, a really cool place.
Yeah, it's. I think you're talking about Deadwood and also Rapid City.
Is there tumbleweeds and shit, bro?
Probably.
Tumbleweeds. The hell is that?
The reason I know about
Is that like a weed? Like you smoke weed or what is that?
no tumble. You don't know what a tumbleweed is, Nate?
Wait, it's a weed that rolls. Yeah.
It tumbles, bro.
So it's basically a weed.
It tumbles in the wind. Yeah.
So is it basically a weed that tumbles on the hill?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, so here's what Deadwood looks like. It's a very cool looking town.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of saloons and bars and casinos and theaters and
Any brothels? Nate might want to go.
probably. I would imagine there probably
I've
is.
been there before. I've been there before.
Oh, the hell, of course. And Nate the Great, he's like, I've been there 3 times, you know.
Yeah.
I've been like 4 times. So yeah. And yes, there is a bar with, I'm not gonna say like the old time woman costumes, what do you call it?
The old time.
What?
Like I don't. Never mind.
I think he's talking
like
about.
the women that you see in the old westerns.
He's talking about like when they're wearing corsets and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're wearing them corsets and you know.
And yeah, even the leggings or they're
Yeah. Corsets. We had like push-up corsets.
Yeah. Yeah, boobs are popping out the top of that thing.
I love it when them titties pop, you know.
the push-up. Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah, those things were. What's that thing that women wear to make themselves look thinner? Spanx. That was Spanx before Spanx were invented.
And see, I think Spanx should be illegal. I mean, there's nothing worse than you know, I remember when I was single, you'd meet this girl and you'd be like, you know, oh man, she's eating blah, blah, blah. And
I
all
wish
of a
high
sudden
tops were.
yeah, all of a sudden the Spanx come off. You're like, these, I hate it.
All of a sudden, those Spanx come off.
Yeah, the Spanx come off and it's like a flubber bunny comes out, you know, just like flying everywhere. You're like, Jesus Christ, what the hell? This is false advertisement.
Everything pours out.
Exactly. It's like somebody's making a damn Frosty at Wendy's, you know.
I wish high tops were illegal.
High tops?
Why?
Why?
Because they had that fucking what do you call it, the freaking skinning thing on the heel.
What?
I knew I could win you over, Nature Boy.
I don't know what he's
knew I
talking
could.
about.
All we had to do was go to Spanx.
Like you know what I'm talking about, like okay.
Why?
Here's the shoe, right? And it has a thing right here, like where you walk and stuff, where women walk, and it has that little skinny thing. I don't know what it's called, but I call it the balls crusher. I don't know.
Does anybody know what the hell he's talking about?
Not yet.
Not a clue.
But the Nature Boy did say that that's a presidential platform running against Spanx. So when I run against Rec Talk in this YouTube election, I am going to go on ahead and go out on my first day in office. I will immediately sign a bill that outlaws Spanx in the United States. We're going to take away Spanx. We're going to make America hot again.
Yeah, you want
This is going to happen.
Make America hot again.
That should be my slogan if I run for president.
Yeah, promise to get it done within your first 100 days.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Within my first 100 days, I will outlaw Spanx.
first 100 days.
Yeah, can I suggest something for your presidential platform too? Outlaw owning wild animals in your home.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll
You
do
have
that.
to
There will
be.
be no more Spanx in your life. Nate, we're gonna get rid of all those women. Yeah, you know those people, and also no monkeys.
Yeah. You have to actually have some sort of farming license or whatever. I don't know. Do farmers have licenses? I'm sure they do. You
know,
have
the
to have
other
some
night
sort
we
of.
were actually talking about the monkeys again, and Mrs. Fools was actually listening, and she came running in here, and she was like, let me on. I'm going to talk to Pete. And then he moved on to a different conversation.
Oh, man.
So she didn't come on.
What did I say about the monkeys this time?
You were talking again about people owning monkeys. As
Yeah.
how they were fucking insane.
What
And
are-
she was
what
like,
are the-
I'm going to talk to, because, she used to have a monkey.
Of course, she's Asian.
What
Of course.
All Asians have monkeys, don't they?
Chopsticks, monkeys can't drive,
What are those monkeys or apes that has the fucking pink butts?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
What are they called?
a baboon.
Yeah, baboon.
Yeah,
Well,
they got the monkey butt going on.
Yeah,
I mean,
those baboons are
preparation
ugly. They're ugly faced in their face too.
they can be fierce too.
You know, there was a
Yeah, of
They
course.
even
I hate monkeys. I've had to kick a monkey before. I hate those damn things.
damn.
Yeah. Don't ever trust a monkey.
Yeah, I even tried that before.
You know.
Okay. Hey Pete, do you mind
What?
watching like a 2-minute video of a howling monkey? You know,
I mind.
Yeah, I don't really want to. No.
do you know what that is?
Yeah, I know what a
another
howling
thing
monkey
that needs
is.
to be done too is there needs to be requirements for wearing yoga pants.
Colby.
Yeah. Well,
Yoga pants are only for gay men.
Well, requirement.
If you look like you got hit in the butt with a bag of nickels, you don't need to wear yoga pants.
That means you have a transgender girlfriend.
oh Nate, what does everything go back to that
I
with
know,
you?
Nate's
Colby.
one side, yeah.
Why?
One track mind this morning.
What are the requirements?
My mind is so mush right now. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. What are the requirements? I don't know. That's a good question. I guess
I think yoga pants shouldn't be allowed to buy. Like if you're past the size medium, you don't need them. And they shouldn't make them an extra large. It's just wrong.
can
At that point, you know.
okay. I think this is the costume I might bring for next year for Salt Olympics. I'm only gonna show it for like 2 seconds.
what?
This costume.
You already got your costume picked out, Nate. You are way ahead of the game.
Hey, don't put it. Yeah, I'm glad that's not on screen, Pete. But
But I'm bringing that costume.
What did he show it? I must have missed it.
yeah, you missed it.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna
it
show it.
was equivalent to an Edward.
Well, it's a costume, but I'm not gonna say what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't.
Is it something appropriate for the?
No, it's not appropriate. Do not put that on screen.
Well, I'm not going to put it on the screen. I'm talking about appropriate for him to wear to the
No,
event.
it's not. It's not appropriate for YouTube. It damn sure ain't appropriate for public.
Hilarious. It'll be more attracted to the. Never mind.
Yeah. Don't show that again. Don't show that again, Nate.
No, I won't.
Oh, I'm glad I missed it then.
Yeah.
I can
Hilarious.
change this. I can change it to this if you want.
Yeah, I would much rather hang out with you if you look like that than the other picture. I might even motorboat you at that point.
I'm a straight fucking.
Or a Hooters waitress. Last
No, Dick, you don't have tits.
I can't wait for this next Slob Olympics, because if we do, which I guess maybe so, that everybody's staying at the Days Inn and we got a Hooters next door, this is going to be absolutely awesome to take Nate to Hooters.
There you go, Nate.
Yeah, but I have a feeling he's going to get us like kicked out of there or something.
No, I want to see Nate hula hooping in Hooters in his Hooters costume with the Hooters girls. This will be awesome.
No, I retired that costume. I'm not wearing that again.
Oh, you should, but
you gotta wear it to Hooters.
Yeah, of all the places, like that's the perfect place to wear that outfit to, is actually to Hooters.
Oh shit!
Hell, they might give you a job.
I know. I want the challenge of Nate standing at the front door and then watching all like the new patrons come in, and Nate be like, "Welcome to Hooters," you know, like standing there greeting the people coming in, like the hostess.
Let me try.
They really did. They got sued for discrimination. Hooters did. For discriminating against women with small breasts, like they had to be, you had to be well endowed for them to hire you. Well, now you go in there and there's,
Well, you remember the old King of the Hill where Dale Gribble tried to sue Hooters. He did work there, and that was awesome.
Well, I'm sure that there's Nate. You could be the first male Hooters waitress.
That's what I've been saying during the Slob Olympics. I've been the. You guys said you guys been saying I'm the Hooters waitress. No, I said I want to be the first Hooters waiter.
Imagine going to Hooters, and you get there with like your buddies and you're sitting down,
and Nate comes over,
full beers and some shitty wings, and all of a sudden Nate walks up as your waitress.
Welcome to Hooters.
Well, hey man, you can't discriminate against Nate. You got to give him a job.
I know. I would ask.
Welcome to Hooters. I'm the white shack, and
well, this was funny when my grandfather was I took care of him for about 2.5 years, and I would take him out to eat every night. So we would go to these places, and he was a big lady. He was a big band musician, and was a ladies' man, like to the extreme, even into his old age. And so he wanted to go out to eat dinner every night, and this is like, in his 80s, and getting like that. How old people get grumpy. So we would go to these restaurants. We would be walking in and be all like the cute girls, and he'd be hitting on them, turning them black and blue, like all the way through the place. And if we sat down at the table, and all of a sudden it was like, "Hi, my name is Chaz, and I'll be taking care of you tonight." I literally had to like sit there and be like, "No, Chaz, you're not. Please, see that cute girl over there? That's our waitress. Send her over here." I had to do that like countless times because he would literally like,
yeah.
Hi, welcome to Hooters. If we had like a male waitress,
yeah.
So I would literally like pick out the cutest girl and be like, "No, that's our waitress right there. She is going to be taking care of us tonight." Sorry, Chaz.
Imagine me saying that. Hi, welcome to Hooters.
No, I don't have to imagine it. You just did it. Yeah, but Nate, you have to wear that outfit to the Hooters.
Okay. Well,
and trust me, you'll get all the attention from the waitresses you want if you walk in that outfit.
They'll be hanging all over.
They'll be taking pictures with you.
I might get a night out. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get the feel of more Hooters than you've ever had in your life if you do that. I promise you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a number, not right away, but like once I get the attractions to him, I'll book.
Yeah, wait at least 2 minutes before you give him your number.
I know. That's what I said. I'm gonna wait 2 minutes, and book my room in a separate hotel for like one night.
Oh no.
He's got this shit already figured out.
Yeah, dude.
I'm just kidding. I was joking around.
No, you're not.
He's not kidding at all.
I love you, Nate. You're awesome, man.
I love you all too, but y'all are like my second family. So
that's right.
But sweet.
That was a good one, Nate.
Thank you. So basically, you should since you did the VicTube's two times or playback speed 2 times, you should can you play one of my Patrick impressions? Dude, please.
Nate.
Please.
Maybe.
I just wanted to get your guys' reaction with 2 times speed.
Why don't you just do a Patrick impression right now?
Yeah.
No, I did in my videos.
Well, let's hear it right now.
Yeah, that'd be even better is live.
It's like it's a video that's like 3 years old too, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've seen it a bunch of times. And it basically just sounds like Nate. It doesn't really sound like Patrick at all.
Are you sure?
See?
I don't know who Patrick is, but
He's talking about from
Patrick the
SpongeBob.
oh,
Star.
sorry, I'm
Yeah.
not a child.
There you watch it.
Yeah.
Is this a Krusty Krab? No, this is Patrick.
All right, well, there you go, everybody. There it is. There's Nate.
Oh.
Anyway, I do have to go though.
What are you doing today, Pete?
I'm going back to the home improvement store. I know that.
Oh, what are you improving? I'm pressure washing up boats today, so
Pressure washing boats.
yeah, I got a couple boats I need to get rid of, I guess. So just trying to clean them up.
Gotcha. Yeah, we did. I did like. I don't even know what you call it. Yeah. I got like blocks and made like a grave where our dogs are buried in the backyard, and we got like a little headstone for them, and put rocks in there and made it look and planted some flowers around it and shit.
Yeah.
And I did some like.
So you're building a pet cemetery?
It's already built.
Okay.
Yeah, but I just got to go get more blocks so I can do the tree in the front yard.
Hey, play some Roblox too.
Now, what do you do if you move in that situation?
What, with the dogs?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess
just like tell the neighbors, don't build a shed there. Or,
I mean, if we moved, I guess it's their property at that point. They can do whatever they want. As long as they don't dig the dogs up, I would prefer they leave them in the ground. But whatever.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Yeah.
I love y'all.
Yeah.
And y'all have a great day. And then also on to.
I love you too, Nate.
Good Lord.
You motor potent son of a bitch.
Yeah.
No, I've always wondered that though, Pete. Because, like, even I have one, like a dog buried behind, and I made it a tombstone, out of concrete. Molded the thing, poured it, engraved its name. But if I ever move, it's going to be like creepy, Like for the next people, they're going to be like, "Damn, there's like a pet cemetery."
Pet cemetery. Well, I don't know. If I bought a house, I probably would leave the dog's grave alone. But that's just me.
No, I mean you don't want the TV like poltergeist shit coming on and like lassies,
Oh yeah, I'm not scared of ghosts, and especially not animal ghosts.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, mine was a Doberman too. I hate that, dude.
I don't believe in animal ghosts. No.
He bit like 38 people. So.
Yeah, he's like Cujo.
I have a horse and a couple of goats in my pet cemetery out here.
Yeah, wow, horse.
Yeah,
goats. Good God.
Yeah, we actually
back.
had to get a backhoe to dig the grave for the horse.
Yeah, I bet.
Ridiculous.
Wow, that's crazy.
What was the horse's name?
Wilbur.
Miriam.
Oh.
That was Miriam. She was a Appaloosa. She was a retired barrel horse.
Ah.
That's cool. I dated a Miriam once for quite a while.
Did she have a long face?
She wasn't a horse, so she was actually pretty hot.
She actually lived to be 38 years old, which is insane for a horse.
Holy shit! Yeah.
Yeah, she was 38 when she died.
Damn, how long do they usually live? Don't they only live like 20 years normally?
Yeah, 20. Yeah. Usually 20-something years or so is about what you get out of them most of the time.
And Damn, 38. That's a long time. And I thought dating a Miriam for 2 years was a long time, but good God, I couldn't imagine having one for 38. That's insane.
Yeah, I do have to go though, guys. All right.
All right, Pete. Thanks a lot, brother.
Yeah, man.
Talk to you later.
Yeah, have a good day, everybody.
Y'all have a good one.
Yeah, see y'all later. Appreciate you coming on. All right, everybody. I'm not sure what the deal is tonight as far as the lunch money show goes. I'm pretty sure Uncle Lou's indisposed, so he won't be there. And I guess I'll have to go roll solo again this week. We'll see. Anyway, everyone have a great Monday. I appreciate you for hanging out, and I'll see you very, very soon.